Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game. If there's anything that is connected to this collective, that's beautiful, and I invite you to take that shit with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's all right. You just leave it where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information meant for somebody else in the collective. You should never take something off the table, or in general, does not belong to you. Please keep in mind that time may be fluid as well as energy, and let's get into it, shall we? Yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? I have no idea. Welcome home, homies. Please do the tribe a favor. Make sure you get those likes up on your way in. Also, have you checked to make sure you are a subscriber, a homie, true and through. Much love and thanks to those that have and do. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance, please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective. Please guide us all, always and always. Please send your angels to meet us where we are. Your first channeled song, Heart of Stone, Jelly Roll. Don't lose hope that God can make a heart of gold from your heart of stone. Although, you do have to have a helping hand in it. Did I say one big stoner? Excuse me for any and all coughs. Take a moment. If you guys have missed the fact that I am a published author, these are available on Amazon. Twin Flames, Oracle 323, the Shanty Codex. Excuse me. Also have a poetry book and 2 ebooks that are both poetry available as well. These are the spirituality, oracle, bibliomancy books. Okay. Shameless plug. All right. Figure out where to begin. I believe it's Heart and Hands. Messages for the collective. What do the homies need at this time? What messages do they need to hear? You guys are building something after a very long process. An unexpectedly long process. Somebody better quit telling lies about you before you turn around and tell the truth about them. You're the one with the proof, aren't you? The shit that counts. Anyway. Somebody wants to affect what you're building with their lies. Jealousy at its finest, isn't it? I'm telling you, they better stop. That says keep going in the reverse. Lockdown, problems. Wasn't it Icky Ricky I did a reading about the other day? Fucking obsessive little fuck. I'm feeling that energy again, okay? Icky Ricky is definitely a narcissist. I hate tossing that word around, really do, but he really is. Could be Rochelle or something if it's a female energy, okay? But just keeping it simple. Icky Ricky's got problems. The song in the background, he's talking about, how do you ever explain falling in love with a guy like me in the first place if I'm the problem? You must never do no wrong. You know, that is a problem, right? If somebody tells you that you're doing something problematic and you immediately are like, well, aren't you a saint? You're just so perfect. That's manipulation. That's a fucking tactic. You know that, right? If you call somebody out on something that they've done that maybe it isn't even wrong, but it bothers you, and you tell them that it's bothering you, okay? And they don't just validate that they've done something that has affected you somehow. Whether they have to secede that they've done something wrong or not. Can they admit that what they've done, their behavior, has somehow affected you, and what can you guys work out from there? What solution can you come to? Right? That's how you find a solution in things. That's how you build your strength in things, in relationships, no matter what the type of relationship is. But when somebody comes at you, fucking swords a swinging, saying they're going to tear you down and everything, you know, because you try to say something, they want you to walk on eggshells. They want you to never say something about them again. I don't even know that I want to proceed with this, but I feel like I have to. So here we go. Just saying. Princess of Swords. So first I'll go through the cards that you got. Then I'll go through the messages that I've channeled down onto these cards on my own. And then we'll get into the book. And I'll explain the other channeled messages that are down here. Because you guys, I tell you, it was an unexpected whole story at the table. So first and foremost, you have the Princess of Swords. I'll tell you actually as I go along what I channeled. So on this Princess of Swords, I channeled, you got in. You got in. Collective, I feel like some of you are really upset with yourselves that somebody got in. They got in through your barriers. They got in through your walls. Don't be so upset with yourself, okay? You're not a fucking steel structure, okay? You're not inhuman. Have the Ten of Swords, impoverished and war-torn. This came up in my last little reading that I just did, but it was in the reverse. You have strength. What I channeled is uncool in the gang. So Icky Ricky's got a whole fucking gang with him, huh? Seven of Swords in the reverse. The message that I had channeled was crazy fear, so no fear. Seven of Pentacles. The message that I channeled was to give a message. Four of Pentacles. The message that I channeled was gonna win, wants to play. That's in the reverse. Song in the background, I'm leaving and not coming back. Collective, you do not want to play no more. You don't need to win nothing. You're just like okay. So the other cards, just for some extra clarification, you guys are welcome to look for further spiritual messages in these cards themselves. But the words that I channeled are what I'm really focused on, although I do see a lot of Cups energy. I'll say that, okay? Lots of love. Keep going in the reverse. Lockdown in the upright. And problems in the upright. With obsession in the reverse on the bottom. On the bottom of the other deck, building, Eight of Pentacles. I see a lot of you in your masculine energy. No matter what your gender is, you are in your masculine energy, and it's like you are in charge of yourselves, okay? You're the captains of your own ship. But somebody fucking helped push you into that masculinity with their toxic masculinity. Somebody misses you like crazy every time you cross their mind, and you cross it like a fucking constellation. You have a channeled song, Don't Mind If I Do. Drink up the nerve to show up at your house. All right. Well, maybe somebody did do that and you let them in at one point. Princess of Swords. Somebody's one memory away from falling all the way apart because they may still love you. They hope you don't mind if they do. This could be you. Your heart sending love out to someone. All right. A young woman sits in a self-protective stance, gripping a sword. Clouds swirl around her, revealing and concealing. This card may represent a sharp and quick-witted youth, usually feminine, who is on guard against falsehoods, manipulative rhetoric, and faulty logic. So perhaps for a lot of you, you are feminines and you're realizing, like you're females, and you're realizing that you do have a masculine side, and that it's okay, and that it's good and healthy. But maybe some of you are learning that if you're too far into it, much like if you're too far into your femininity, it can be an imbalance, you know? She's a skeptic and her criticism can be cutting. She has an answer for everything, but her assertions, though difficult to contest, may sometimes seem defensive, strategic, or even cynical. This card could also represent a pessimist and intellectually immature person, rumors, secrecy, guile, or suspicion. I feel like, especially with all the songs in the background, somebody came through, they fucking tornadoed their way right into your life somehow. You, the Princess of Swords, you let them in either way. Some real shitty things happened, and Even if they were shitty, they made you strong. They taught you plenty of things. Like how to not be afraid of losing what was never yours, or how to not be afraid that what is yours won't come back if it's meant to, or all kinds of different things. You learned how to let life bring more meaning. You learned how to bring more meaning into your life. Some really cool things. And for some of you, I don't like to be this guy necessarily, but for some of you, I'm saying I don't like to be the reader that tells you guys this and gives any kind of a false hope or false message, false reading, but I'm getting somebody wants to come back and build something. They want to offer an apology. They want to start by offering a message. But in that message, they have an apology. And something tells me that if, I can't believe I'm about to say this, if Icky Ricky quit the icky shit, dropped the whole uncool in the gang vibe, stopped being such a tool, most especially behind closed doors, he might be the energy coming in offering an apology, and it might be accepted. I don't know what that is. Ten of Swords. This card suggests that you're feeling defeated. Plans have come out naught, past achievements have been ruined, and your ego has taken a major blow. I feel like for many of you, that's the part where Icky Ricky was fucking icky. The revelation of an error in your thinking may devastate you. Brings us back to, I let them in. I let them in. And projects may lose meaning and worth, but don't surrender to negativity. Things may look different in time. Oh, and don't they? Because Princess of Swords looks mighty different when she turns into the fucking Strength card, doesn't she? Number Strength 11. This woman has an affinity to the beast that she has tamed. Though her act is courageous, her gaze displays patience and compassion because her strength is rooted in love. This card advises you not to fear your own power. The next card in line, I channeled the words crazy fear. It comes in reverse. Don't fear your own power. Instead, learn to harness it. Let it give you a message. It's not there to play. Base instincts and destructive impulses can be controlled and channeled to accomplish your desires, but only if you accept them for what they are. You are resilient enough to withstand whatever threatens you. Don't be afraid. Don't deceive yourself into being afraid of yourself. Perhaps somebody else deceived you of who you are in the past, but let's be real, you're an adult now. You are your own responsibility, are you not? A gloved figure sweeps 5 swords under a cloak, blah, blah, blah. Reversed, it means that your prudence and integrity, while laudable, may be counterproductive. Back to an energy we were talking about earlier, don't overextend yourself to any sort of energy that would never take any kind of accountability for allowing you to overextend yourself in vain. Accomplishing your prudence and integrity, while laudable, may be counterproductive. You may avoid taking risks or getting your hands dirty, or you may ignore pragmatic advice that strikes you as unsavory or cynical. Something I've said so far. I'm here to give a message. As that card in front of me says, that card that came out for you in this message. Some of you, I just felt it. Somebody wanted to give me shit so bad. Why? Click off. This card may also suggest that a thief will be exposed or restitution given. So, for some, Icky Ricky was exposed as fucking icky. For some, I'm telling you, Icky Ricky wants to come back with an apology. I don't know if Icky Ricky quit being icky. But they do want to come back and give a message as well. But you got away from Icky Ricky once because you got the message that you needed to. And then you've got out there and given lots of messages about how icky Rickies can be. I do apologize if your name's Ricky. It's nothing against you. It just happened. It just happened. This card suggests that hard work and patient effort will bear fruit. So for you guys, you've been out there, you've been doing this hard work, you've been putting in effort to get as far away from the ickiness as you possibly fucking can, and it will bear fruit if it hasn't yet. Now, for those that an Icky Ricky's going to come back around and claim that they've done all these changes and blah, 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 do their efforts bear fruit? And I mean like nourishing fucking fruit. And not just the effort they're producing in the moment for you, but the effort that they've been putting into themselves the whole time, because they can't just show up and be like, I've been, and have a second, one fucking raspberry when they should have a whole bush. You know what I mean? Investments or projects have already begun to show returns, but further time and cultivation will bring even greater rewards. The seeds have been sown, but growth can't be rushed. So for some of you, if Icky Ricky comes rushing in and they are trying to leave you no fucking time to believe that, yeah, I just brought you this one raspberry, but the rest of the bush is back at where I've been growing. So, but I need you to like accept this raspberry right now and believe me when I tell you that there's more. I mean, Icky Ricky's been real fucking icky before. If you didn't catch the reading, go look. I'm pretty sure I went back and titled it Icky Ricky. For some of you, whatever you've been doing on your own on the other side of this icky bullshit, that's where your treasure is. Okay? And you have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. These are kind of hard for me to get up off the table. But I can do it. That's a message for somebody. It's kind of hard to get up, but you can. It's kind of hard to build something from the ground up, but you can. It's kind of hard to get something off the table, but you can. Can't you? Your material resources are not secure, and practicality and risk-taking may lead to losses. Speculative investments may depreciate, payments may be missed, contested or blocked, or expected returns may be derailed, reduced, or delayed. Though this situation is stressful, it's also an opportunity to free yourself from obligations that drain resources, cause volatility, or fail to satisfy. This just made me think of something. And again, I'm just going to add in, you had to keep going in the reverse. Somebody's got to stop something, lock down something, some kind of fucking problem. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. This energy was making me think of something that I've experienced, okay? So right now, my channel's not monetized, okay? My books, I've sold some copies, absolutely. It's been a real thriller of the heart and soul, but I haven't sold so many that I'm some rich bitch sitting on fucking stacks of cash, flinging it around, okay? I actually generally have a hard time buying a fucking gallon of milk some days, gallon of spring water, because all I have is tap. The struggle's real sometimes, okay? But that does not mean that I'm not a person that busts their fucking ass. That doesn't mean that I'm not a person that does as much as I possibly can stand to do in a day worth of working. I'm a single mother. That right there is just about every fucking title on the planet all put into one, okay? Single parent. I run a household. I go to school. I do a lot of different things, okay? And I do have my own income sources. They're just not, the highest level, okay? Highest bracket there is. So say I get with someone who has more assets than me, okay? They have a home and a car and all these things. They want to have me move in, give up my 3-bedroom apartment, affect my income, affect all things, all the aspects that get affected when you change your life and, partner up with somebody and move on in. Okay. So I give up all these things, but this person gives up absolutely nothing, does not, a refusal to put me on any kind of contracts or paperwork to say that I live there, I clean there, I cook there, I fucking do all the housework type things there, right? And I'm not just I cook and clean and make some cookies kind of person. I mow fucking an acre of grass in a day. I put together permaculture gardens like nobody's business. I chop down fucking trees and carry them and a lot of different things, okay? So I feel like a lot of you guys, this Icky Ricky feels kind of like that. It's not the same. It is different, but it just, as soon as I was, dabbling into the end of this, it felt like that. Looking at these cards really together at the end here, it's almost like somebody wanted to give you nothing really, nothing substantial, while you gave up absolutely everything. They wanted you to abandon yourself, abandon your structure, abandon your fucking, integrity, morals, your plans, which your plans may have been a part of that plan that they were fucking with in the first place that wasn't even necessarily just your plan in the first place. And now they've got a problem because they fucked with the plan. But yeah, it was just giving me a real good touch of that type of energy, and God, be with them all. I love you guys. I appreciate you for being here. I do appreciate every single purchase of one of my books. I appreciate every single donation. Every dollar helps. If you can't donate, I appreciate every like. I appreciate every comment. Everything. You guys have no idea how important you are to me. I love you until we speak again, my days.